The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Here we go, strike! 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat! 19 tight, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick! Warrior 70, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler! Ready?
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
The Bears in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, this defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A first down carry for Henry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. It's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
McCrane's kick is good. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more. Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
19 right. Left wing 19. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Hurts. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, here's Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Here's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 4.
Again, it's Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Henry running right. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
On the option left is Fields.
And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Rolling to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Pardon me, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So the false start will back them up 5.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And this is caught by Watkins. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
But first down, Hurts.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
60 Eagles. Back 60. Seven Pirates.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Malik McDowell, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Panther 11. 18, Pioneer.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Fields now to throw.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to be Packer football.
So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there, because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score, put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's caught by Hollister.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On second down, it's Taylor.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
79 Broncos.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Henry up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Here we go. 19 tight.
Back to throw here. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 36.
Warriors 17. 18
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Jonathan Taylor.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Fields on first down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They're going to look to throw.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Trap 50, trap 50. 19 Lions, 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Mustang 19, cut 19, cut 19.
Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
18, Pioneer.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Jonathan Taylor
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
To throw is Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this will be incomplete. Well, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They snap it to Fields.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. And
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and